All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Market Vibes for March 26th. Please see the source below as I'm not responsible for the composition of this research. And remember that nothing on this channel is financial advice. If you are finding the channel for the first time, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you're notified when we go live, which is going to be every day that the market is open. All right, so jumping in, Suez Canal issues. The large ship that ran aground may now not be moved until at least Wednesday. Previously, they had said that Sunday was a possible chance to get it removed when we get some higher tides. Now looking like Wednesday. So expect this to continue to disrupt global supply chains for everything from grains to cars to coffee. The number of ships loaded with billions of dollars worth of goods waiting to traverse the canal has risen to more than 300. Chips down, so this chip shortage. China's NIO Inc. announced that it would temporarily halt production at one of its factories due to the chip shortage. Um, the global auto industry was already struggling for supply before last week's fire at a Japanese manufacturer of auto chips exacerbated the problems. Ford, Toyota, Volkswagen, and Honda all have had production issues due to the shortage. And just real briefly, you can see in NIO's pre-market activity, looks like the reaction to this news is resulting in a pretty significant sell-off pre-market. So we'll see how NIO responds in the next couple of days. Okay, vaccine target. So in President Biden's first press conference, he set a goal of administering 200 million COVID-19 vaccine doses by the end of April. In Europe, leaders gave cautious backing to a plan to restrict vaccine exports from the region. On a global scale, the pandemic is far from over, with 733,000 cases reported yesterday, which is the highest level since mid-January. The number of deaths in Brazil passed 300,000 this week, with the government under increasing pressure. Okay, markets rising. So most global equity gauges are higher this morning as investors look past supply chain disruptions and focus on the optimistic targets for vaccination and economic reopenings. S&P 500 futures pointed to a small pop at the open. We'll look at indexes and everything in just a second here. So events to watch for today. Personal income probably plunged more than 7% in February after January's stimulus check driven 10% surge. We also see some of these PCE deflators may have picked up 1.6% when the report is published at 8:30. The March University of Michigan sentiment number is at 10 a.m. and the Baker Hughes rig count is at 1 p.m. That's all in Eastern time. So a few other notes of some trending stories on Bloomberg. History says bond traders are terrible at timing the Fed liftoff. That's this article down here, so I won't talk too much about it, but if you want to pause the video and take a look at that, you're more than welcome. Threat of another lost summer stirs cash crunch fears for airlines. Why congressional earmarks are staging a comeback. Cathie Wood ETF has bought into a Serena Williams backed SPAC. I believe that is the Jaws Spitfire acquisition. I have that somewhere. Yeah, I believe that's ticker SPFR if anyone wanted to look into that. And actually here, real quick, we'll just take a look. SPFR. Yeah, it looks like that's what we're talking about, and I'm sure, yeah. Okay, so this is the SPAC that Cathie Woods bought with one of the ETFs, I'm not sure which. Anyways, Mercedes to unveil flagship electric sedan with Tesla beating battery. Also, one ultra rare metal is doing much better than Bitcoin this year. I looked into this, it looks like that's palladium. Actually, I'm sorry, excuse me, that's iridium. All right, and then yeah, like I said, this is talking about bond traders and their alleged poor track history with timing the Federal Reserve. So you can take a look at this graph, read this article if you want. I just skimmed through it. Important, but nothing massive in my mind. Taking a look at indexes. So yeah, yesterday was good. The second half of the day resulted in a nice bounce from the sustained downtrend we've been seeing. Dow ended up about 0.62%. The S&P 500 up 0.5%. Nasdaq up slightly. The FTSE up about 0.7%. And this is the wrong color, but the Russell 2000 is up 2.29. So small caps, big recovery yesterday. Bitcoin still sliding, minus 4% on the day, and you can see for the monthly time frame, the Nasdaq is still in the red on the 1 month, and the FTSE flipped from. I'm sorry, no, the FTSE up about 3.7%. Also the wrong color there. Whoops. And the Russell almost back to erasing the big sell-offs and losses it's had. So for futures, yeah, futures do point to to some positive momentum at the open. Dow up about 0.34%, S&P 500 up slightly 0.15%, Nasdaq down about 0.37%, and the FTSE up almost 0.75%. So European markets seem to be responding positively. Commodities, both oil commodities up about 2%. Gold and corn slid a little bit more. Currencies here, if you want to see currencies, if you're into that kind of thing. Rates, no big changes. Fed rate current actually did drop to 0.07% from the 0.08 that it's been at for a while. Target rate still the same. Prime mortgage rate still the same. Unemployment dropped very slightly. Bonds just added 3.93 basis points yesterday, nothing crazy, which puts the 1 month gain for bonds up about 27 basis points and 82 on the year from historical lows. All right, so for daily outlook, I'm expecting some more choppiness throughout the day, but I do have an overall bullish sentiment. I think the markets are kind of starting to see more reasons for optimism, as we mentioned a bit earlier with the reopening and some good vaccine news. I've always remained a weekly and monthly outlook, a bullish weekly and monthly outlook, so that hasn't changed yet. I don't see that changing anytime soon, but we'll see. So on the daily outlook, yeah, looking bullish. Do expect some more choppiness. It is Friday, so there's a good chance that we will see some Friday sell-offs with people trying to liquidate portfolios, but overall, I still do think that people have more optimism to get into the markets than they have the last couple of days. I am expecting a bit of a bounce in crypto, not necessarily today, but in the next couple of days, I do think we'll see some recovery on the crypto side. So that's going to do it for this video. We are going to end the video here and get ready for the live stream in about 30 minutes. So we will see you in there. Thanks for watching.